Ever want paper that feels like fabric? Imagine soft, textured sheets, perfect for collage, mixed media, journaling, or any DIY project. Today we're making Momigami paper, a Japanese technique for creating fabric-like paper from scratch. This technique takes regular paper and transforms it into beautiful, soft sheets with a fabric-like feel. No fancy equipment needed, just a few simple steps. And here's a few of the fabric paper pieces that I made: magazine sheets, regular computer paper. This is a journal that I made, and the cover is a piece of that fabric-like paper. And I love it because you can even sew it. It is so fantastic. It's soft, it's pliable. This is scrapbooking paper, and this piece I sewed on also. So many neat ideas that you can do with this. I'm going to show you how you can make it. First example, I'm going to use a piece of scrapbooking paper. I've got a squirt bottle with just warm water in it, and I'm just going to gently mist that piece of paper. It helps to make it flexible. And then I have my brayer, and I'm just going to press that water into that paper, and then I'm going to set it aside and let it sit for about 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes, and now we're just going to start to fold that paper in. I like to work from the edges and just keep folding until you come to the middle. Not all paper works the same way for this technique. Thinner paper, like the kind you use in your printer, is perfect. Papers with a little bit of texture, like watercolor paper, or even leftover scraps of paper you're going to recycle, can be used. You want to stay away from super thick paper or shiny paper because they're just too stiff and too slippery. You want to work carefully. You don't want to rip the paper, so just go slow. This is actually kind of a relaxing technique. So grab a coffee, grab a tea, and enjoy the process. Once I have it completely folded all up, I just like to scrunch it in my hands. And because we dampened it just a little bit with that water, it softened the fibers in the paper, and it started the process of turning this into a fabric-like paper. And here's where the technique can differ from person to person and what you like to use. Myself, I like to use a little bit of olive oil. I rub it into my hands, and it just makes the paper a little more pliable. I've also seen people use coconut oil, hair conditioner, hand cream, lots of different techniques. This is just one that I prefer, but experiment with your paper and see what works best for you. I find you don't need very much. I just put a little bit on my hands and rub it into the paper. If you use too much, it just softens the paper, and I find that it rips really easy. This isn't the only name for this technique. Because of its unique fabric-like texture, it's also sometimes called Japanese paper cloth or even paper leather. No matter what you call it, the fun part is creating this soft paper from ordinary scraps. This technique has been around for hundreds of years. Back then, people who made books, or better known as bookbinders, used a similar trick to create thin, strong paper for the inside of books. Over time, this technique has become more than just a book thing, and people started using it for all kinds of crafts. You want to keep just manipulating that paper, putting a little bit of olive oil on your hands, rubbing it in, and then scrunching that paper up. It does take time. It's something that you can probably do sitting in front of the TV or your computer watching a YouTube video. And in between, I like to take my brayer, roll the paper out flat. It helps spread out those paper fibers and make it easier to scrunch up. Use your oil sparingly. I got a little bit too much in the middle of the paper, but that's okay. When you set it aside, it dries and you won't notice it much. And you might find you have little rips here and there. That does happen. Just take your time, and you're going to create some beautiful paper. This one's almost done. I'm going to set it aside, and I'm going to let it dry completely. The next type of paper that I'm going to work on is a page out of a National Geographic. I wanted to show you this because it's a bit thicker, it's glossy, it's not quite as easy to do, but it can be done. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on my hands, and again, just start folding up the paper, manipulating it. Now, we could have sprayed a little bit of water on this, but it doesn't soak up the water because it's so glossy. So I skipped this step on the magazine page. here's the magazine page all finished. It has a fabric-like feel, but it's kind of glossy. I really like it, and I think it's going to be great to add into some of my junk journals. Now I'm just going to do a regular piece of computer paper. Again, going to put a little bit of that olive oil on my hands and just start scrunching up that paper. The reason I choose to use the olive oil is I find that the coconut oil or hand cream is quite greasy as you're applying it on the paper, and it's really hard to get rid of that greasy feel. And I do find sometimes it transfers onto my projects also. I find the olive oil absorbs into the paper better. That's why it's my go-to. And that's how easy it is to make Momigami paper. This is one that I printed on afterwards with my laser printer, and I sewed an edge around it with my sewing machine. It works fantastic. This is just the regular piece of computer paper. You can see it's almost kind of flexible. And my magazine sheet, love this. This is going to go into my junk journaling. And I also made a little booklet, and I used a piece of that paper as the cover of the booklet, sewed it all together. I used one of my fabric transfers on the front of it. This is going to make a great gift for my niece, actually. She loves to journal. It's homemade paper on the inside too. And here's some pieces of scrapbooking paper. This is another piece that I sewed a strip on. Try this technique. Have fun with it. Let me know down in the comments what you end up creating. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. And if you love this video, I'm sure you're going to love either of these next two.